Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this particular video, I'm going to show you how you can use Spyder IDE to debug Python code. Now guys, debugging can be very helpful whenever you are implementing some projects. So here I'm going to take some examples and I'll show you that how you can actually debug, how you can actually see all the values, how you can see the local variables. Basically, like if you're going inside a function, each and every local variables can be tracked down, and whatever value it is coming, you can actually see that. So let us go ahead and try to see how we can actually do the debugging with the help of Spyder IDE. So guys, to begin with, what we can do is that first of all, I'm just going to create a function saying as definition, and I'll just say that hello world. Suppose this is just my simple function, and here I'm just going to give you a very good example over here. Inside this hello world, I give my first name and my last name, and after this, let me just go inside the function, right? Let me do one thing is that first of all, let me just create one variable or initialize one variable like 12. Okay. Or I'm just taking an example over here to show you that how a local variable gets initialized. And then I'm also going to write a print statement saying that my name is, okay, and this, and I'm basically using a dot format method to display my first name and last name. Pretty much simple. So here it is, and after this again I'm going to change the same variable as some other values like 24, and then I'm going to say that okay, so I'm going to do a summation of var plus 250, suppose any kind of operation that I want to do, and then I'm going to say print someone, and this is pretty much, this is just my function what I've actually written. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to call the hello world and give my parameters as Krish, comma 9. So this is just some operations that I've done. You can see that this is my function, this is the function that is getting called with this parameters, that is Krish and 9. Okay, now understand, in this case guys, directly the function will not get executed, by default in Spyder and Jupyter, unless and until you don't have a main function, the execution will just go line by line. Okay, so this is pretty much my function. I'm just going to save this file, and I'm going to name it as test1. Suppose this is my test1.py file. Now if I want to do the debugging, how should I go ahead and do the debugging? That I'm going to show you. First of all, suppose this is my function, right? And I want to actually start my debugging from here. Suppose this is my function and I want to start the debugging from here. So that is from my hello world function. So what I have to do is that just go into this particular line, do a double click. So here you can see a red icon that is getting displayed, and I can also keep a red icon over here. So as soon as as the function is getting executed line by line, then it will go to this particular line, and from here the debugging point will start. Now in order to enable the debugging, all you have to do is that go into this debug option and click on debug. Okay, so when the debug option is started, you can see over here, right? I can see over here that inside this definition hello world, the first debug point has been it's waiting, and we are inside IPDB format. uh, I'll just tell you, just go and Google what is the full form of IPDB. You'll be able to know a whole lot of things, because I also want you to explore some more things inside this. Now what I'm going to do is that again go into this debug and just say step into. Okay, so now you can see that you are in this particular line, right? Line number 15, right? Inside this. Now this is basically a function. Now what you want to see is that how the local variables are getting created inside this particular function, right? That is what you want to look at. So in order to do that, there are a lot of options like step, step into, step return, continue. Continue basically means the skip that particular part and go to the next line. But if I want to go inside this particular function, okay, hello world, I just have to go and click on step into. Now here you can see that it is now pointing to my 8th line. So this is where the debugger point is over here with respect to the function. Why it did not go for the first time? Because again guys, this was just a function, it was not being called anywhere. But now in line number 15 it is being called, right? So now we need to go inside this particular function. Okay, now you can see that as soon as it went inside this particular function, the first name and the last name were initialized by these variables, which you can see over here. So this is my first name, this is my last name, right? You can see Krish and Nayak, first name and last name is there. Now what you can do is that you can also go and search, you can also go and see the variable name and you can see over here by executing it, and these all are local variables. Okay, local variables. So this is my first name, this is my last name over here. Now I want to go inside this particular function. So let me just go into a debug and again click on step into. Now it has gone to the line number 9. Still, the variable has not been initialized. It will get initialized in this particular line, right? So you cannot see any variable getting created over here. Now again, I'll go into the debug and click on step into. As soon as I do step into, now you can see that the variable is being initialized with 12. Okay. Now understand the next statement is a print function. Now guys, if you don't know about print function, it is an inbuilt function in Python which is used to display some information. So don't just go into step into. Okay, just say step. Now as soon as you say step, it will skip that particular line because it is not going inside the inbuilt function that is present inside print. Okay, if you wanted to go and see how the print functionality works, then you go and click on step into. Okay, now the variable is still initialized to 12. In the next line, now the variable will get initialized to 24. Now if I just go and do debug and say step, now you can see that the variable is got initialized to 24. Okay, now the next thing is that I'm creating a variable someone which is saying that where plus 250, that basically means 24 plus 250. If I again say step into or step, it will do that particular calculation. Now you can see that the someone is getting displayed as 274. Okay, the someone is getting displayed as 274. Then I have print someone. So print someone is basically just printing the value of sum. That's it. So let me just go inside this and click on step. And now I've come back into this print someone. Then again, let me just go to debug and say step. Now we are back into the line 15, right? Now, finally, when I just say debug and step again, now we came outside that particular function. Now you have seen all the local variables. Now you can see that local variables got deleted. But unless and until you are inside this particular function with the help of debugging option, you were able to see each and everything, right? Pretty much amazing. Now you saw how local variable actually got their values, at what point of time you were able to see that the values were changing. And this is pretty much important when you're implementing a larger project where you have many lines of code inside a function. You need to go and look for each line of code, right? It is pretty much important because sometimes you will also not be knowing that how this functionality actually works. And sometimes you don't need to know this particular print function. Again, you just go to the debug and step into inside this particular print function. It is the inbuilt function that is present inside Python, and by that you'll be able to see each and everything, every details inside that. And this is one example how you can actually debug your code. Spyder is a very handy tool to do it. Just try it by yourself and you'll be able to know everything inside it, right? So I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, Vanita.